Alcohol doesn't just change how you feel, it changes how you think. It slows your logic, bends your memory, and rewires your emotions, all while making you believe you're in control. Here are 16 facts that reveal what's really happening in your brain every time you drink. Number 1. Alcohol doesn't relax you, it silences your brain's alarm system. That first drink feels like calm, but it's not relaxation, it's suppression. Alcohol slows the amygdala, the part of your brain responsible for detecting danger and stress. It doesn't remove your problems, it just turns down the volume on them. That's why people say they feel numb after drinking. The mind goes quiet, but not in a peaceful way. It's a chemical illusion of safety. Your brain isn't calm, it's muted. And once the alcohol fades, the alarm comes back louder than before, trying to make up for the silence. Number 2. The first drink boosts dopamine, the rest only chase it. The first sip gives your brain a hit of dopamine, the chemical of reward. You feel good, social, alive. But every drink after that gives you less of it. Your brain doesn't release more pleasure. It starts trying to catch the first high. That's why people drink just one more. They're chasing a chemical that's already fading. The illusion is powerful. You think you're relaxing, but your brain is already working overtime to find balance again. Number 3. Alcohol tricks your brain into thinking it's safe. When you drink, alcohol weakens the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that manages judgment, impulse control, and social awareness. That's why you feel fearless, funny, or brave. It's not confidence, it's chemistry. You're not becoming more yourself. You're losing the part of yourself that keeps you measured and cautious. It feels freeing, but it's really your brain letting go of the steering wheel. Number 4. Drunk confidence isn't real confidence. It's cognitive shutdown. When you drink, you don't gain courage, you lose inhibition. Your brain's self-awareness fades and your emotional filter disappears. That's why you say what you normally wouldn't or take risks you'd never take sober. Alcohol doesn't make you bold, it makes you blind. The version of you that feels free is just the version without consequence. Number 5. Blackouts aren't memory loss, they're memory failure. When you drink too much, your brain doesn't erase memories, it stops recording them. Once blood alcohol rises high enough, the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for forming new memories, shuts down. You can talk, laugh, even walk home, but your brain isn't saving any of it. That's why blackout moments feel like missing hours of your life. You were conscious, but not present. Living in real time without the ability to store time. Number 6, your brain literally shrinks with heavy drinking. Alcohol slowly reduces brain volume, especially in regions that control memory, logic, and emotion. It's not instant. It happens quietly, over years of just a few drinks. Your brain adapts by pruning connections, the ones you need most for focus and decision-making. And when it does, thoughts blur, emotions flatten, and clarity fades. The shrinkage is reversible, but only if you give your brain the silence it's been begging for. Number 7. Alcohol disrupts REM sleep. You don't rest, you sedate. Alcohol might help you fall asleep faster, but it steals the quality of your rest. It suppresses REM, the stage where your brain repairs, dreams, and balances emotion. You wake up groggy, restless, and anxious, even after hours of sleep. That's not rest, that's sedation. And the more you rely on alcohol to sleep, the more it robs you of what real rest feels like. Number 8. Your gut feels your hangover first. Most people blame the headache, but your hangover begins in your gut. Alcohol kills healthy bacteria and inflames your stomach lining, sending distress signals straight to your brain. That's why you feel nausea, fatigue, and mood swings the next day. The gut and brain are in constant conversation, and alcohol turns it into a fight. When your gut's in pain, your mind feels it too. Number 9. Alcohol treats your brain as poison always. No matter how much or how little you drink, your body treats alcohol like a toxin. It becomes your liver's top priority, burned before food, fat, or sugar. That's why energy drops, metabolism slows, and dehydration hits fast. Your brain doesn't see alcohol as pleasure. It sees it as an emergency. And yet, we call it a social drink. Number 10. Drunk love feels real, but it's all chemistry. When you drink, your brain mixes dopamine, pleasure, with oxytocin, trust, and lowers serotonin, logic. The result? Emotional confusion. You feel close to people you just met, even deeply connected. That's why drunk hookups and deep bar conversations feel meaningful in the moment. It's not destiny. It's a chemical cocktail designed to make you bond, then forget. Number 11. One drink affects women more strongly. Women have less of the enzyme that breaks down alcohol, meaning one drink can have nearly double the impact. Hormones also amplify absorption, making effects hit faster and last longer. That's why drinking the same amount doesn't mean the same thing. Biology plays by its own rules, and alcohol never treats everyone equally. Number 12. Tolerance isn't strength. It's brain damage in disguise. People think tolerance means control, that being able to handle more is a skill. But in truth, tolerance means your brain's receptors are dying. Your neurons adapt to dysfunction, forcing you to drink more to feel the same effect. It's not resilience. It's decay wearing a mask of confidence. Number 13. Alcohol and depression feed each other. You drink to escape sadness, but alcohol deepens it. It lowers serotonin and dopamine long term, leaving your baseline mood darker than before. That's why people often feel emptier the morning after drinking. You chase comfort in the same thing that's stealing it. And the more you drink to numb the pain, the louder it grows once the buzz fades. Number 14. Your brain can heal itself. Even after years of drinking, your brain begins repairing within weeks of sobriety. Neurons reconnect, gray matter regrows, and clarity slowly returns. The first few days feel foggy, but that fog is healing. It's your brain rebooting, recalibrating, waking itself back up. And here's the hopeful part. The brain is one of the only organs designed for recovery. It doesn't punish you forever, it rebuilds. It's proof that damage isn't destiny. Every day you stay sober, your mind remembers what normal feels like again. Number 15. Drinking alone rewires the brain faster. When you drink in isolation, your brain links alcohol with loneliness. Without laughter, music, or social reward, the chemical connection changes. It becomes dependency. Each solo drink teaches the brain a dangerous lesson. This is how we cope. That's why solitary drinking accelerates addiction. Not because drinking socially is safe, but because drinking alone turns alcohol into a coping mechanism rather than a shared activity. The brain stops chasing pleasure and starts chasing escape. It no longer expects joy. It expects numbness. You're not relaxing. You're rewiring yourself to be alone. And over time, that isolation becomes the addiction behind the addiction. Number 16. Alcohol is the only drug you have to justify not taking. Say no to coffee. No one cares. Say no to alcohol, and suddenly, people ask why. That's not biology. That's culture. We normalized a toxin because it made connection easier, conversation smoother, and emotions louder. But here's the truth nobody says out loud. If a moment needs alcohol to feel fun, it's not the moment that's special, it's the chemical. Real connection doesn't need a drink to feel real. It just needs presence, honesty, and people who like you sober. Choosing not to drink isn't weird. Needing a reason to avoid a drug is what's strange. Alcohol changes your chemistry, but awareness changes your life. It's not about fear. It's about understanding what's really happening when the glass meets your lips. Because every drink tells a story, and your mind deserves to write its own.